Hello and welcome here to Talking SCB and welcome to the review of the match between Athletic and Barcelona tonight live from the San Mamés. We're going to be taking a 2-1 lead back to the Camp Nou, ready for the second leg. And it was a very intense game. It was a very structured game from both sides. I think Athletic started the game with a lot of pace, a lot of tempo. They put a lot of long balls into that back four, trying to test them, trying to rustle them out. They've got Adariz up front, who's a very physical striker, likes to get in the faces of the centre-backs. But I thought for the majority of the game, we dealt with that really well. We dealt with their fans who are very intense. It's a very tough stadium to go to, the San Mamés. We've done well earlier on in the season in the league game, only scraping a 1-0 win. That was with Messi, Suarez and Neymar. And of course, in the Super Cup, they absolutely destroyed us 4-0 on the night. So going into this game without Messi, without Suarez, with a few doubts surrounding how Neymar was going to carry this team all on his own, it was really a night where the midfield showed up. They took that pressure off his shoulders and they really did structure the game and control it in the way that we would expect a Barcelona midfield to go about their business. And I thought for that reason, it was a really important game for us as a team, as a unit, and as Luis Enrique watching on from the sidelines there, he would have seen a team that is very positive for the season ahead, because Arda Turan and Alex Vidal as well are going to give us a lot more options. And Sergio Roberto, specifically in that left-back role, shows exactly how versatile he is and how massively important he is now to this squad. That man and that player there, he can play anywhere. He can literally play any position you want him to. He's got the footballing brain, he understands the game, he can read the game very well. You put him right back, you put him left back, and it's incredibly hard. You won't really understand how hard it is to play on a side that's not your favoured side. I can't imagine playing left back as a right-footed player. It must be very difficult, and tonight he had to mark one of the most informed players and one of the most pacey players in La Liga, in Iñaki Williams, and he handled him brilliantly. He wasn't making any mistakes, he wasn't caught out of position. A few times he lost the ball, a few times he was dispossessed on the attack, but that can be expected. Defensively, though, he was sound, he kept in line, and I thought he put in a really good display for somebody who that really is not his natural position. That's not even close to his natural position. So I think Sergio Roberto, he came off to Sergi from the crowd, and I think that's exactly what we need to see from him. He's so important now for this team and deserves so much credit for him and Luis Enrique for what they've done with him this season. I think in terms of the lineup as well, nice to see that Luis Enrique went with Munir alongside Neymar, because I think in the last game against Espanyol in the Copa, away from home again, Munir showed that he can score goals, that he can be in the right place at the right time, and that when he's given the opportunity in that striking role, he can take it. And I thought tonight he took his goal absolutely phenomenally. It's a brilliant little bit of play by Arda Turan on the right-hand side. He holds the ball up, he holds up the defenders, and he brings them in. He's got that technique and he's got that swagger about him. Really nice bit of play. He plays it into Rakitic, who puts an absolutely stunning pass into the box, and sliding in Munir steers it home, and it's 1-0. Athletic have not got a chance to even think about that. It was a brilliant goal. And then the second goal came with a little bit of a mix-up from their back four, but Neymar was alive to it. He was running in behind, he was trying to get onto that loose ball, and he followed it up. He never gave up on the ball, and he got his luck as he had a tap in for 2-0, and inside 25 minutes we were 2-0 up. And I think that's when then you've got to be disciplined. And that's exactly what we did. We didn't go hell for leather trying to get that third goal. We just sat back, we let the midfield control things. Busquets, as always, very influential in that area, combining with Iniesta. And I think then Rakitic and Arda Turan together had a bit of a combination going on that right-hand side. Dani Alves would play the ball into the two of them. They'd be able to hold it up. They'd be able to play off each other. And I thought both of them tonight worked really hard. And it's really interesting to see how the arrival of Arda Turan seems to have brought out the best in Ivan Rakitic's performances, because Rakitic tonight, once again, as he was on the weekend, was outstanding. He worked hard, he controlled the ball well, he was very good on the ball, playing the passes long and short, and I thought he put in another really good display. And I think that midfield, it didn't only look very good technically tonight and hard-working wise, it also looked very good in terms of the solidity. In front of that back four, they looked very solid, they looked structured, they looked like everybody knew their job. Arda Turan, when he needed to, would just drop into that midfield, and they looked really good. It looked like we could just slot in there, play our football, control the game at our own pace, and then just let Athletic come on to us. And a few times, Athletic got hold of the ball, they tried to break, they tried to get through us, but Busquets was there, or Arda Turan was there, or Rakitic was there. And I thought in terms of that midfield tonight, they really made things easier on the strikers, because Neymar and Munir didn't really get into the game as often as I was expecting. Neymar couldn't quite have the opportunity to run at players as often as he would have liked, but it was a perfect away performance tonight up until the last 5 minutes or so, because then Athletic really did start to throw everything forward. They were pumping balls forward to Adarice. They were winning lots of free kicks. There was a few silly fouls given away throughout the game. I thought we were giving away too many free kicks. The referee was questionable. There were a few penalty appeals rightly turned down on Athletic's part. But I thought in terms of the way that we defended, it was very, very good up until that last 5 minutes. Dani Alves panicked in the situation. He was bringing the ball out of defence. He tried to pass it out to Busquets. It was a misplaced pass. And if you do that in that area, you're in big trouble. And Athletic seized the ball, gave it to the one man you wouldn't want to get the ball, and Adarice did the rest and he stuck it into the net. But a big special shout out to Ter Stegen, because it was an absolute wonder save. There was one earlier on in the game where it came in from the corner and Ter Stegen could have been caught out at his near post, but it was a brilliant reflex save. And this one towards the end was even better. A header coming back across the goal. Then the man on the edge of the box to Athletic strikes the ball. It takes a slight deflection and all Ter Stegen's weight is on his right-hand side, but he manages to divert that weight and tip the ball over the bar. It was an absolutely brilliant save, reflex save, and one that certainly kept us in a winning position, and he deserves great credit for that, coming in and putting in a good display. And it was a shame for the defence, because I think they had a really good 90 minutes. I thought there was a lot of pressure going on them. Athletic never gave up. Their fans never gave up. They were always behind their team. They continued to work hard. They pushed us all the way. And I think it was unfortunate that we conceded that goal. But certainly I think beforehand, if you'd have said 2-1 Barca, get those 2 away goals without Messi, without Suarez, we'd have taken it. So going to the Camp Nou with a 2-1 lead looks much, much better, considering last time we were in a two-legged tie with Athletic, we were going to the Camp Nou 4-0 down. So there's certainly a step up there. I thought the midfield was a massive, massive positive from tonight, and I think going into that second leg, we are going to go in with that confidence, having now beaten Athletic twice in a number of days. So hopefully we're going to reach the next round. It was a nice performance tonight. It was a shame about the goal at the end, but apart from that, a really good composed display, and I'm sure Luis Enrique will be happy while he's seen from his team tonight, and in our hearts we'll know there's more coming from Arda, there's more coming from Alex Vidal as well, and those two going into the second half of the season are going to give us so much in terms of the depth. And Luis Enrique can now change games, he can bring on substitutes, he can change the shape, and that is so important going into those tight games at the end of the season when players are getting tired, when fatigue is kicking in, when we've got a few injuries. That's going to be vital, and it's going to be really good to see those two signings prosper. So leave your thoughts down below, guys. What did you think of tonight's performance? Who were the standout players for you? And are you happy with that result, taking a 2-1 lead into the second leg? Leave those thoughts down below, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and like me on Facebook. Those are in the description down below. I'll see you very soon for more videos. But until then, a good win tonight. Vesca, El Barça.